Hey everyone.
Hey everyone. Oh wait,
How we doing?
I think we're good.
We're good? We in?
Looks like we're in.
All right. I'm Nezar with MAXPRO.
I'm Sabrina.
And I'm the creator and founder of an amazing workout machine that's been selling by thousands basically since we started only about 4 years ago. We're still a startup out of the Detroit area, and we have this amazing product we want to introduce to you. Sabrina is our
head of customer service and marketing, so you may have received emails from me or heard from me in one way or another. So welcome, we're happy to have you here with us to learn more about this amazing product.
We're going to show you some amazing things, and we're very excited. This is our first live on TikTok, and again, we're just going to show you kind of the basics of what we do in MAXPRO. And it's basically, if you're really into fitness or just curious about getting into fitness, it's really about having a gym anywhere, anytime, wherever you are, and it gives you basically from the very beginning, early experience, all the way to the most advanced, even bodybuilder level. There's something you can gain from MAXPRO. What's really special about what you see behind me here is you don't even need much space. So MAXPRO is all about really portability, power, and versatility. And if you're wondering what MAXPRO is, here's a few colors that we have here. These are actually our new Dawn series colors. This is Seafoam, and I was much more into the, make it sport orange or matte black, but now we have these lighter colors, and we find that a lot of customers really love them. And this is the Seafoam, this is the MAXPRO, and it's very, very unique product. It's nothing like it in the market.
It folds, there's it open.
What color is that?
This is Power Me Pink.
Power Me Pink.
So
all right.
Pink. These are all new colors, like Nezar said. So.
I picked raw metal, but now she's going to pick out the periwinkle. This is periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
Oh, it's beautiful though, I got to say. I think Apple just copied all of our colors on their new iPhone. So, and then what's the last one there?
Active Beige. So this is more of our blend with your home decor style. It's not white, it's kind of more of an off-white cream beige color.
Very cool. And I'm sticking with the Seafoam here to explain to you guys what MAXPRO is. Again, we've made a lot of waves in the fitness industry where no one thought of how to do anything differently. We came up with a product that is very, very unique. It's basically how to take a whole gym, literally every piece of equipment that you have in a gym, and put it in a backpack and take it with you. And whether you're traveling, whether you're on business, or you're RVing or camping, or just love to work out outdoors, that's what we seem to appeal to the most customers. We're very, very broad. One thing also about MAXPRO is extremely safe and easy to use, which I'm going to show you how it works right now. So, again, you saw it folded, just like that. This is just under 10 pounds, so it's not very heavy whatsoever. It unfolds, and you actually put your feet on here as one of the positions to work out at the MAXPRO. And you have here the resistance device. So that is literally 5 pounds. And this is, as easy as it looks, that is 150 pounds. So you get 300 pounds total on both sides in a 10-pound machine. Now that is crazy, and that's what makes us so unique. We have the highest power to size ratio of any fitness equipment ever on the market. If you're talking about adjustable dumbbells, you literally have to carry around 90 pounds just for one side, and this is a 10-pound but gives you 150 pounds of resistance. Yes, it's pretty incredible. And then if I bring it back down here so I can actually pull the cable out, this is the cable. This has over 1,000-pound brake strength cable, and we have a lot of unique features built into the MAXPRO, which I haven't even talked about. This button right here. This is the power button. That connects to our Bluetooth app, and it records every workout. So we have built-in sensors right into here. So every motion that you're doing right here, you're recording the acceleration, the velocity, the distance, at what resistance, which then gives you the amount of work you're putting into your workout, and then the amount of power. So you can compare workouts. It tracks all of your workouts together. Yes, here's our app. This is actually our Detroit Dash. We have here in the Detroit Dash, it goes up and down, but you can also just, if it's a little bit too complicated, you can just simplify it like that. And you can count the reps here. And then this is our MXP score that tells you how much energy you put into your workout. We're not just talking about calories. We're talking about how much actual energy you put into your workout. So, and then we're going to show you a little bit more on that in a second. But let's continue here with the MAXPRO. And so you got the bottom of the MAXPRO. It's a very tough, kind of a rubber-like material that you can use on any surface, but it doesn't scratch any wood floors or any floors, and or use it outside. It's very, very durable. The top also is a little bit of a cushion device in case you want to use the MAXPRO with socks, if not your shoes. And I'm going to show you how it works in a second. But again, this is the whole patented PowerClutch system, and it has this about 10 stainless steel plates that actually go into it with a friction that compress to give you that resistance. So again, this is the MAXPRO, and this was the Seafoam. And then again, you saw some of these other ones, but I'm going to show you what it looks like in a backpack. This is it. This is the whole gym right here. And I'm going to show you some of the things that are actually inside of here. And just going to try to do this with, but it's not that hard. Okay, this is the matte black version right here. And I just turned on the, that one of the bars just fell out. Here's the handles, for example, that come with it. Here are ankle straps or wrist straps, which are really good. You got 10 feet of cable on this MAXPRO. So it allows you to do like full body range movements, even sports-specific training, whether it's a golf swing, tennis, swimming, so many things besides just strength training. And then these look a little odd, but this is what we use to mount basically anywhere you go, whether it's around a tree. Yeah, we've done many workouts at parks around trees, or for example, right here, you can see it, the system being used on a door right here. And if you're traveling, going to a hotel, that's an example of what you can do for getting that type of workout where you're doing the more pull exercise, which again, I'll show you. And then you got in here the 3-piece bar. And then this, you can just make it a 2-piece, or you can add the 3rd piece. So this bar is very heavy duty, but it still breaks down into our very common, consistent design philosophy of making everything portable. So again, you can just do 2 together and have more of a row or curl type bar, or you can add the 3rd for a bench press, pull down, squats, and those kind of things. So again, this is what it looks like inside the backpack, and I'm going to show you how it's used on the actual door.
All right, while he's getting that set up, I just want to show really quick, these are just a few of the workouts you can do. Bench, on the floor, mounted. This is just a few. There's so many more that you can do.
We have learned from our customers, actually, not all, but so many different ways that we never even thought of in terms of how they use the MAXPRO. And like I said, very sports-specific things that we wouldn't have thought of, even for swimming rows and swimming styles. But here you are. You just take the MAXPRO. This is easily mounted with just this strap that you wrap around the door, a fence, a tree, whatever it is. And you put the MAXPRO into here, slide it like that, and then you're ready to go. So I haven't put the handles on yet, but I think you get the concept of what I'm doing here. Okay, now we're doing both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and put some handles on. Just a second over there. All right, got my handles, and here I am mounting them on, and it's that simple. Again, I haven't shown you when you can just stand on it. Even when you just stand on it, you can do all kinds of things like curls here, squats. Remember, if you turn it up to 300 pounds, you're talking about 300 pounds. So that's a lot of squat, and there's no way you can ever do a 300-pound squat anywhere without bringing in all of that weight. So that's what's just so incredible about what we do. Now, it's very important to explain, this is a cable. okay, not a band. So when I set my resistance to level 10 here, for example, okay, I get the same resistance from here as I do if I pull out here and I do this. It's the same resistance. So it's not a band where it increases as you pull it out. So that's what's so special about MAXPRO as well. The very cool feature that we have here is this little cable lock. Okay, as you can see, I just locked out the cable. It stays there. And if I turn it all the way to lock mode, that was that red system, like I have here. All right, so I have them both locked out. Make this a little bit longer. All right, lock this out before we get into some actual workouts. Now I got suspension training. So if you're familiar with TRX or some of those type of things, now you can actually do more suspension training. You're not even using the resistance, but it's locked out. So then you can do some really good workouts, whether it's for your arms, core. As you can see, it's very safe. And the door is actually, the force is spread out along the frame because the whole door is kind of being pulled this way, and this is just mounted to the door. So it's not necessarily the strength of your door, it's the whole door frame that's being positioned. And then again, as maybe you want to turn that a little bit here. There we go. So I'm doing more of this suspension type training. Now this is right now mounted with just one strap, but you get two straps, which then holds it down on both sides. But I want to show you this suspension mode. Again, MAXPRO is literally like the Swiss Army knife of fitness. It configures and it's very versatile based on whatever your needs, whatever you want to do. So again, here I am getting out of suspension mode. All right, the cable lock goes here. That cable lock is really important as well when you're in a position where you need some length before and to start, to get into proper position. Let's say for a squat, and you have it right about here, and then you can do a lift or whatever. So that's what's so special. Here's these cable locks themselves. Okay, so just putting in on a little bit of resistance. You can see that I can do different types of single arm workouts right here, tricep extensions, and so on. I can do rows right here. And then if I do both arms, right, you gotta be careful with the types of resistance I'm doing here. And I can do more of a, but this is more of a tricep actually. It feels really good. It's super smooth when you're using it, the resistance wise, and it's quiet, so you can use it in another bedroom and no one else would really hear it or feel it. No vibrations is what I mean. There's no weights being dropped. There's no clanking. All I'm doing is changing it from here to here. It's quite simple. So again, when you have those cable stack machines that you see in a gym, right? You're talking about these ones with where you put the pin in on the weights. This is literally the same thing. You have, and having it up here, but you can move the strap and the mounting system down to the bottom. So then you can just go and start doing those types of workouts. But if you're not traveling and you're not wrapping your product around a tree at a park or whatever, we have a solution for something that's a little bit more for home use, or when you want to actually do the same thing I just spoke about. But it's very simple. You have a single button. You push up and down. Takes up no floor space whatsoever. It goes down, it mounts very quick, less than 10 minutes, on one stud, one wood stud in a home, and 8 screws, goes right into here. And again, can I get those handles, please? So if I'm going to use this, it's quite simple. Again, one button, so easy, bam, just like that. Thank you. And now I'm doing everything I was just showing you. We do have this bench here, I can explain in a second. And, you know, so different types of workouts, rows. I can bring it to more chest height. That simple. I mean, when you're talking about, hey, I don't got time to waste. I want to work out and I want to get done and I want to move on. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So now I'm turning up. And then, you know what? You want to do pyramids, you want to do stacking, different types of weights. I'm just turning it up right here just like that. Okay, now this one's a lot higher than this one. You don't even have to stop. You just keep going. Bam. There we go. Okay? So that is how quick. And a lot of our customers, I mean, we have amazing reviews. Amazing reviews. Get on our website, get on Google, check out our reviews. Customers love the fact that you can change the resistance on the fly, no delay, no wasting time. If I want to go from, you know, a tricep extension, which it loses a smaller muscle, for example, here I am using a tricep, doing a tricep extension, and then I want to do a row, which uses, you know, the larger back muscle. Now, it was that simple to go from level 10 to level 17.
We have Music Spot who said, dude, so happy to see you live. I'm a MAXPRO purchaser and daily user.
Yeah. What's the name?
Music Spot is the handle.
Music Spot. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. You know, I'm a little behind the times, I got to say. I mean, I should have been on TikTok a while ago, but Sabrina forced me. You know, I like working on product and I like getting things moving on MAXPRO, but I love even more when our customers reply and say how much they love their MAXPRO, because there really isn't anything like it. And we like the product to do the talking, really, but sometimes you just got to get in front of the camera and do the talking for the product as well. Again, here's the track system. So easy, moving up and down. What this is just a mount that you could put your iPad on here or your iPhone or whatever phone, and then you can have it right there to see any workouts. We're going to talk about the classes in a sec because there's hundreds of classes, hundreds of ways you can work out with MAXPRO. But let's go ahead and move the MAXPRO from the track. You already saw it on the door, but I'm going to go ahead and move it in on where the bench is. And when I do so, this is how simple it is, right? Take it out. Here I am. I'm going to put it on this side. You just put it down. Okay? And then the bench is specially designed to sit right over, and you are literally ready to go to work out and doing bench exercises, right? So I'm gonna kind of run through some very quick exercises that you can do on the bench. I'm going to keep it on low resistance just because I'm going to move a little bit fast. So here's more of a curl system, but what's nice about this is you can, I don't know if you see my arms, but they're super stretched. So you get this elongation effect in the muscle early on, and then you get the full resistance all the way till you can't move your arm anymore. So this is just more of a curl, forward curl. You can reverse and go the other direction as well. Here's a forward military press, more like between an incline and a military. Just feels so good on the shoulders. MAXPRO is one of the cool things about it is it has resistance in one direction, in the pull direction. So you don't feel the risk of going too heavy and coming back down. A lot of people get shoulder issues, torn pec muscles and things along those lines because they're actually doing that transition. But here, you can get all of the resistance on the pull and you feel completely safe when you're ready to come down. That was a key point I want to mention about how safe MAXPRO is. So here's the curl, military. Hey, I want to adjust to a bench. Again, I could just switch the resistance, but then I'm going bench. I can switch to flies. Remember, you're not lifting weights on a single up and down plane. You can go in so many different directions with MAXPRO that it's definitely not the same. It's more like a cable type system. Again, you have the same resistance from the pull from the start to the end. And then here I am. I'm just going to reverse. Go ahead. Doing more of these types of workout, more of a row. Here's for the back, and so on. It's that quick. You don't have to switch machines. You want to switch weights, it's right there. Very, very simple. And there's a lot more you can do. I have the wrist straps, which are also ankle straps, and you can mount them onto here. And now you're doing more of these kind of kickbacks, working the glutes, and working the legs. We usually put a foam roller, our foam roller right here, for example. When you got this, and then you connect the ankle strap to here, and now you're doing more of a quad workout. A lot of things you can do with MAXPRO for the legs, glutes, core. We have some amazing Pilates classes, a lot of core workouts that we do in the app itself. So I'm going to show you just even when I'm standing because I didn't actually show you how to just stand on it and do a workout alone. And you would just transition from here, like that. Pick up your MAXPRO, and I'm gonna put it right here. I think you can see it. Back that up a little. All right, and then here I am again. All right, so I'm ready to work out, even if I'm just at a hotel room. I don't have the bench, I don't have the track, and I'm really gonna go full out, and do a heavier curl. Gets you great pump, great workout. I think many of you know that strength training is super popular right now, but it's not because it's a fad, because it's backed by science and how important it is to keep muscle, build muscle and keep muscle even into later years of life. It's extremely important for your metabolism, extremely important for preventing falls and many, many other things, where having muscle is not just for bodybuilders, or even young people. It's for everybody, and we make it very, very easy and very simple. So if I was going to do a squat, I'm going to turn it up. This levels go from 1 to 25. I'm not going to go to 25. I'm going to go to 20. But so here we are at 20, and you have your feet spread out. All right, I'm not faking. It's a lot of weight. This is over 200 pounds. It's not that I can't do it, but just I think you get the point without me, going overboard. But that's how easy it is to go from a squat at 200 pounds to a curl at 45 pounds on each side.
We have a question.
Yes. Whew.
Have you considered adding an adjustable dumbbell or eccentrics to the equipment line?
So, the adjustable dumbbells do not fit with our very basic, design philosophy of having things that are powerful and portable. But safety is also a key component for us. So when it comes to dumbbells, they're just a different animal. They're what everyone else has. There's many, many different people who sell them, or companies that sell them, but we're not in that area. However, we've gotten many, many questions about eccentric resistance. Whew, okay, because those last two squats, that's when you're talking about getting your energy going here. All right, so the eccentric portion, so just for other people that are watching, what is
That's the
music spot. Thank you again for the message. So here, this is in this direction. It's called concentric movement, and then when I'm coming back, it's called eccentric. Concentric, eccentric. So it's more like a weight. If I'm going to lift 10 pounds, I want 10 pounds to come down, which has been the way it has been since the age of time, when our caveman ancestors were lifting up rocks and putting them down, which is amazing. People lift weights all the time. But science has also proven something very recently, is that 90% of your strength gains, hypertrophy, which means like muscle building, actually happens in the concentric. This goes, I know some people think I'm crazy, but this goes completely against traditional thinking, even amongst bodybuilders, weightlifters, and so on. And you can check out a UCLA study on MAXPRO that was done. It's a 6-month study that was done independently. We didn't pay for it. And it was done on MAXPRO for 6 months, studying MAXPRO gains versus weight gains for a number of subjects or whatever. And also, you can see a very knowledgeable, reputable researcher in the space of hypertrophy and strength training and muscle building. His name is Chris Beardsley, and search concentric resistance. And there you will see a lot of science and data behind it. Now, when we first developed MAXPRO, we didn't think about all the science. We're just thinking about how to bring strength with us when we travel. And it's shocking to some people to say you can build 90% of your muscle in the concentric phase. But it's true, and a lot of our customers were telling us this, and we heard it anecdotally from our customers. During COVID, some people obviously a lot of people couldn't go to the gym, and they were just working out for a year on MAXPRO, and they went back at the highest level they've ever worked out at a gym, even to try it out. And they were like, oh, this is incredible because my body feels better, the joints feel better, but I'm still getting all of the gains. One thing extremely important, you've heard about eccentric, that's where the muscle micro tears happen, and that's where you feel the soreness, and that soreness gives you the gains. Well, those are absolutely not tied together. Soreness and gains, although people psychologically associate that, but you can do a lot of different ways to build muscle and still have your body feel great. When you do work out with MAXPRO, you don't have all of that soreness. You're able to work out more frequent. You're able to work out heavier because you're not as worried about safety and having something weight over you that might fall on you, especially if you're working out alone and you don't have a spotter. So this makes sense in so many ways. Again, this is literally everything is built in. So let's talk a little bit about the connectivity. And I had showed you this is the power button, but if you can share the app here. So this connects to the app, and we have different ways you can use MAXPRO. You don't need the app, you don't need to connect, you can work out in the desert, you don't have to worry about anything, you can work out anywhere you want, and you don't need the actual app. I don't know if you want to lift that a little, but then you can work out. Then we have our free, completely free version of it where you can record your workouts and keep track of your workouts. And that's all free. And then we have also some free classes. And then we have some more advanced classes. And those classes are obviously a lot wider variety. A lot more content went in there. And then we charge for a monthly or yearly subscription. But it's not that much. It's like $7.99 a month for full access to everything, plus additional metrics. And then we often give discounts, so it's less than $100 a year. It's like $79 or something along those lines. So again, here's the app. Oh, you can see the ring. Maybe I go right about here. I'll go in here. Yeah, there we go. That's way better. So here's our app. This is kind of the basic home screen. And you have different train modes. This is the freestyle mode that I mentioned to you before. We have our very cool social platform where you can share your workouts, and we'll go there in a sec. This is the freestyle mode I just explained to you. And then we'll get out of that for now. Let's go to training and click on one of these here, and you have tons of classes, sometimes in some really beautiful locations that we have filmed at. Let's click on Toby here, and let's see what he says. All right. So I think you see this here, and this is the quality of our classes.
Coach Toby coming in with a brand new workout.
Now down here you also see your reps, your level of resistance on the left and right side, and then you have your power gauges and all that, and then your MXP score is also here, and you can connect MAXPRO and you connect our app to practically any heart rate device on the market. So you can, the Whoop, the Oura Ring, Apple Watch, whatever, Garmin, Fitbit, and then that would be used for the calorie counts as well. We have a leaderboard like that where you can see where you end up in the rankings. If you care about that, some people are more competitive than others. I do like to work out freestyle a lot of times. And then one more thing I want to show you is our social here as it's loading in. And these are all really cool people from around the world, mostly the US, but are then posting their workouts, and then we give this little pump up. Our thing is not a thumb up, we do a pump up on the MAXPRO app. And we should patent that or copyright it, but whatever. Here we are with a lot of people. Just, community is everything. When you're working out, you want motivation. You want people to inspire you so you can get on there, motivate you to get back to your workout. We all fall off. We all get busy in ways where we don't keep up with our workouts. So it's really nice to have the social feature to keep you accountable, to help you and get, to get to your fitness goal. So again, I was This is our very first TikTok. Wanted to introduce many things I might have missed out. And if there's any questions that you guys have, I can answer any questions that you may have right now. But I think for the most part, in terms of an intro, how'd you think?
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to point out that if you're interested in the colors, those 4 new colors that we talked about, that's one of them right there, then those are on the website. If you're interested in the other same product, just different colors, you just go down to the bottom corner, hit the shop button, and you can buy it right here and there. It's on sale right now. There is a $30 off that you can take off of the purchase. So, but that's only in TikTok, so you have to buy it in TikTok in order to get that. And just to summarize, you can use MAXPRO on the floor without any equipment. You can mount it on the door like Nezar did over there. You can mount it on the wall track, and with the push of a button, you just move it up and down. However, you can do upper body, lower body. We didn't talk about abs, but you can totally get a great workout for your abs with the MAXPRO. Using it on the track, even on the ground, you can use it that way too. And then the bench we talked a little bit about, and so there are hundreds of workouts, exercises you can do with MAXPRO.
Yeah, and you can check out our workouts. I mean, we've made so many improvements in our app in the last even few months.
Yeah.
Early on, we had some bugs and things. We kept working through it. We've added a lot more content. And then the connectivity is much better even now than it was just months ago. So we're pretty excited. If you want to download the app just to see the different workouts, you'll be shocked. You'll be surprised at how many things you can do with this little device.
And I have one last plug, because as head of customer service, I have to mention that we have an award-winning customer service team.
Absolutely.
So it's not just you buy the product and then we are like, oh, thank you, and then we expect you to leave. We are a phone call away, an email away, a Facebook message, a chat message away. If you have any questions or anything at all, we have an amazing warranty. There's our customer service award right there.
This is the Stevie's 2024.
There it is.
In e-commerce customer service, direct to consumer. And this is like the Oscars for businesses. I know it's not as glamorous with the statue, but we're very proud of this little guy.
So 2-year warranty on the product. And we stand by the product, and it's awesome. We use it here at HQ all the time, and yeah. Oops, yeah, microphone.
And if you haven't seen us on Shark Tank or any of those areas, Shaq is a partner of MAXPRO.
Right.
And, so we got some really cool things that happened along the way in our journey, and Shark Tank and Shaq are some of those milestones that we're just pretty excited about. Shark Tank was very interesting, and we'll have another segment about that sometime.
Yeah, we'll do a live just about that experience, because that was something else. You can check out our TikTok page for videos. There's clips from our Shark Tank experience there, or our Instagram at MAXPRO Detroit for Instagram there, and just see a bunch of customers using the product and different ways you can use it.
There it is.
There it is. Electric periwinkle.
Yeah. Okay, we good?
All right, we're good.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate all of the customers that have supported MAXPRO along the way. We love you guys and hope that you're getting the best workouts with your MAXPRO and just getting your whole fitness and health improvements through whatever goals that you want in life. Thank you.
Thanks.